Operation Solar Raid, aka Year 7 Season 4, promised us a lot. We were promised cross-play, cross-progression, a new reputation system to combat toxicity, a new map, new operator, ranked 2.0, a rework to the Battle Pass system, and a revolutionary new anti-cheat that would fight the big cheating problem in Siege. While all of this was delivered, most of these changes left some unexpected side effects that have been affecting Siege's player count throughout the season. So today I'll be discussing the problems with Year 7 Season 4 and whether or not this season will have lasting effects on Siege's lifespan. I've always been very tough on Ubisoft over the years. This is because they are a AAA studio worth $3 billion and the problems in Siege has been unacceptable for a studio of this caliber. So I acknowledge my biases here, but Solar Raid has been the most unstable season we have ever had. The biggest example of this season's problems is the servers. We have had the servers go down every day this week for at least a couple of hours a day. There has been multiple times this week where me or some of my friends have wanted to get on Siege to grind ranked, but we just couldn't. This issue makes it really hard to enjoy everything else that has come in this season. If the server issues were the only problem with this season, it would still be enough to ruin the season because you literally can't even play the game. But this season has a lot more issues than just this. For example, Ranked 2.0. If you aren't up to date, Ranked 2.0 is a rework to the original Ranked playlist. It was designed to provide players with more rewards for grinding their way to the top. So instead of placements, everyone starts the season at Copper 5 and they must climb their way up to the top of the ladder. You start the season earning about 80 RP per match and losing about 10. But as you get higher and higher in the ranks, you will begin to lose more RP and gain less. One important thing to mention is your rank is no longer what the game matchmakes you with. You now have a hidden MMR that no one can see. This is completely separated from your rank and it allows the new system to match you up with other people similar to your skill level without taking their rank into account. Basically, this system is meant to be a more casual experience than the original rank system. It makes your rank more about how much you've grinded and less of a display of skill. To be honest, I'm not horribly against this. It could result in less toxicity towards lower ranked players, and it could make the game more fun for a more casual audience. But a lot of loud voices in the community have been against the change, citing that it is too easy to climb the ranks. This opinion is shared by at least half of the community right now, with a lot of people just wanting to go back to the old system. Now, pushback is to be expected with any huge changes like this, but the biggest issues with Rank 2.0 is the bugs related to it. Ranked 2.0 has a myriad of issues, the biggest one being an RP glitch that allows people to climb the ranks extremely easily. This results in people like this guy on PC having 119,000 RP. So on top of this new rank system being very controversial, it also has exploits that allows people to just climb to the top of the ranks with ease. But another thing that contributes to the rank system being difficult to enjoy is cheaters. As I said earlier, Ubisoft announced a new anti-cheat for Siege this season. The way the new anti-cheat was described was that the game would change its code slightly every time it launched and every couple of hours. This was really an anti-cheat method unlike anything else, at least that I've seen, and a lot of people believe that this could be the solution to the cheating epidemic we've had for years now. Well, unfortunately, it wasn't. This new anti-cheat method had been leaked weeks before it released, and cheat manufacturer had already programmed a workaround before the anti-cheat even came out. So the anti-cheat has really accomplished nothing, and I've actually seen more cheaters this season than ever before. The same story is true with bigger content creators like Kudos discussing their issues with this new cheating epidemic on Twitter. The huge cheating problem and the servers are two of Siege's biggest issues right now because they both remove the ability for the player to play the game. If these kind of issues keep up, I don't know how much longer Siege will last. If you want a great video explaining the problems that Siege faces when it comes to cheating, you can go and watch this video by Gregor. I may not agree with him on everything, but I feel this rant video was pretty spot on. Okay, well, outside of these issues, is Siege still okay? Well, Year 7 Season 4 has also been a pretty buggy one. Firstly, crashing problems have been reported like crazy. People have been reporting on R6 Fix that they've been crashing in ranked games and that they can't reconnect back to the game, which I actually have experienced myself. This is really frustrating since it will result in you getting banned and losing RP for literally no reason. I've also seen reports of the game crashing people's entire consoles. So clearly this is a huge issue because it is another problem with Siege that makes it impossible for some people to play the game. But the bugs don't just stop here. There's been a huge issue with the new reputation system that will cause people to lose reputation for absolutely no reason. It is rumored that this occurs because the reputation system will punish you based on the amount of reports you receive. Whether these reports are true or not, I don't know, but Ubisoft has still yet to communicate what parameters the reputation system is using as signs of toxicity, so we really don't know what is causing these issues. Now, on top of the reputation system being buggy, the arguably biggest addition the season had, cross progression is also buggy. To this day, there are still people who do not have their cosmetics properly synced across accounts, and some people have even reported their entire account being wiped. This obviously is a huge concern and has left a lot of longtime players upset with the fact that they can't get the skins and other items they rightfully purchased. Ubisoft has been slowly fixing everyone's accounts and getting these issues resolved, but this is still unacceptable. I can tell cross progression needed more time in the testing phase because it definitely wasn't a smooth launch. Now that I've explained everything wrong with Year 7 Season 4 for the most part, I'm sure you're all asking, how is this killing Siege? Well, let me explain. First off, this season has introduced a lot of bugs and other issues that literally prevent people from playing the game. Whether it be account wipes, servers crashing, cheaters running rampant, your game crashing, or the reputation system punishing you for playing, one of these issues has likely affected you. When these kinds of glaring problems have been going on for the whole season, it's very concerning for the future of the game. If the servers and cheating problems persist for long enough, it will result in a lot of players just quitting the game outright, and I don't exactly blame them. When you can go to games like Overwatch 2 and Valorant and the game actually functions, then I don't see why you would stick with Siege. Now, I'm not going to pretend like we're new to these issues. We've had these kind of problems over the years for a very long time, but this season is much worse. In my entire 6 years of playing Siege, I don't remember a season ever being this buggy on launch. The game is literally unplayable for a lot of people. Now, don't get me wrong, if Ubisoft can iron out the kinks in this season, I see it positively affecting Siege in the future and potentially causing it to grow even bigger than it's ever been. Cross progression and crossplay are features that have been awaited for years and can potentially boost the player count, and the reputation system could legitimately have a positive effect on the community if it's implemented correctly. Also, I do think Rank 2.0 can be a positive change on the game if it's given the proper amount of time to be worked out. But Ubisoft being able to fix all of these problems is a big if. Ubisoft hasn't had the best track record for fixing these kinds of glaring issues, and honestly, I don't even know if they can. I'm rooting for Ubisoft because I love Siege and I've been making content on this game since I started YouTube 2 years ago, but I am afraid that these issues will persist and result in the death of Siege, which is one of my favorite games of all time. On top of this, it doesn't help that I think Ubisoft isn't taking the game in the right direction when it comes to balancing. Slowing down the game even further by making a lot of operators 3 armors and nerfing ADS movement speeds just isn't the call in my eyes. I just don't know how long Siege's content scene will be able to last with all these issues, but I'm going to keep posting Siege content until I can't anymore because I love this game. I do plan on continuing to post other games on the side, but Siege is still my main game and it will be until I can no longer feasibly post content on it. Let me know how you guys are feeling about Siege's current state in the comments. I've been hearing a lot of mixed opinions on Year 7 Season 4, so I'm honestly curious to hear from all of you. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. You can always unsub later if you don't enjoy the content I make on this channel, but if I haven't earned your sub yet, that is totally fine. You can go and watch this video and hopefully it will change your mind. I'll see you next time, friends, and peace.